Hello everybody, this is Stacy with All My Magical Things, and I'm here today to bring you another process video in my Creative Commonplace book. And first of all, I'd like to say welcome back if you've been here before, and welcome if you're new here. I'm Stacy, and I like to journal in my Creative Commonplace book, which is just a plain composition notebook that I covered in stickers. And my definition of commonplacing is collecting wisdom, other people's wisdom, whether I've read it, seen it, heard it, whatever I want to remember because it's important to me. And I document it in my Creative Commonplace book. And the creative part is I use stickers and ribbon and die cuts and magazine clippings and paper and paint and washi tape and anything that is colorful that I feel like goes with the theme, or the color combination that I'm trying to pull off that makes me want to come back and look at this book, makes me want to come back and reread the wisdom and remember it because I knew it was important for me. So anyways, the way I usually, I start with my wisdom, and today's wisdom, I'll go ahead and read it to you. It's a little long. It comes from Instagram, and the account is Nicola Jane Hobbs. And I'm going to go ahead and read this, and then we'll go from there. It says, I don't want to be a woman who is always exhausted. I do not want to be a woman who is always stressed, always busy, always rushing, always holding herself together and pushing through. I would like to be a relaxed woman, a compassionate woman, a curious, joyful, pleasure-loving woman, a woman who works hard and rests deeply, who loves fiercely and lives peacefully, a woman who knows her worth and her power, who accepts her imperfections and her vulnerabilities, who embraces her limitations and her possibilities, a woman who laughs and cries and aches and loves and is enchanted by the mess and magic and mundaneness of this beautiful, shimmering life. So that is our wisdom for today, and I'll explain a little bit more later why I'm picking that. But let's go through some of the supplies I picked out. I have some washi tape. If you watched the last video, I pulled out more washi tape. I had went through one of my older Creative Commonplace books to get some inspiration, and I had seen that when I had limited supplies when I first started, I used a lot of washi tape, and so I thought we'd grab some more of that today. I have some alpha stickers that I'll use to make the title. I have some trims. This kind is some of the colors, and I really like this one and this one, so I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. And then I have some die cuts. These packages are from Studio G. I don't know if I think they came from Walmart, maybe. I'm not sure, but I've picked out some die cuts from there. And then I have a couple Simple Story bits and pieces die cuts. And the color scheme seemed to go with what I wanted and the words. So I picked out some of those. Then I have this notepad, and I love the colors of it. And that's what started my whole color scheme. So hopefully I made that work with the rest of my stuff. But so I thought we could write the quote on here. And then I laid all the die cuts out that speak to me, and the color scheme. And then I also, where are they? I also got some magazine clippings from my little box here of magazine clippings. And so I picked out some words that also go with the theme and what I'm trying to do. So no stickers today, just our alpha stickers. This is going to be like all die cuts and magazine clippings. At least I hope that's how it works out. So that's what we're doing. So what I want to start with is I want to put down the wisdom. And this was, whoops, I got a sticker stuck there. This was last video's page. That was our giveaway drawing for 300 subscribers, and Shannon won. Congratulations, Shannon. I'm so happy for you. And your package went out in the mail yesterday, which would have been Thursday, July 2nd. So it went out yesterday. It's should be on its way to you, and I'm so excited for you to see it. Okay, and thank you to everybody who entered into the giveaway. I loved your comments. You guys are great. This is a really great supportive community, and I love it. The crafting community on YouTube is the sweetest. Okay, well, anyways, so yeah, this was our page last video, and so I should be moving on to this page. But I had so many die cuts and stuff that I don't know what I'm going to end up using, but one page didn't seem like enough. So we're going to skip this one. We'll go back to this one next time maybe. But I'm thinking about doing a double page. So my first thought is I already wrote the quote down for you guys, so you didn't have to watch that. I've already wrote it on my notes pad. So I'm thinking that'll go on here. And then I'm also thinking I have these die cuts with words that I want to put on, and I'm thinking we're going to put another page over here. So that's where we're going to start. Let's get my glue mat here, my Dollar Tree cutting mat, and we'll glue that on. So guys, I'm filming this Friday, July 3rd. Tomorrow is the 4th of July. And this will go up tomorrow, Saturday, July 4th. I'm trying to film a little bit ahead because we've got a parade we're going to in the morning on Saturday. And then we're hosting a 4th of July picnic at our house. And so I've got to get some food made and things ready for that. I'm so excited. If you've watched the channel before, you know you've heard me talk about how I missed last summer being in the hospital and all of that. And so me and my kids were trying really hard to make up for last summer. And so we're planning a good time tomorrow. So I'm super excited. But which also means a lot of work. I went shopping yesterday for food. Am I crazy? Why did I wait so long? I do not know, but I did. I made it though. I got through Walmart unscathed. There's a lot of people, but you know, it is what it is. I waited the last minute, so my own fault. But made it through. The corn on the cob, guys, it's $1 a piece. It was on sale or whatever. And I don't know what the going rate of corn on the cob is, but that's just what it was. And my husband's with me, and he said, well, how many should we get? 12, a dozen? I was like, oh, $1 a piece. That's 4 for $1. Let's get $5 worth. And he goes, do you know that's 20 ears? Well, we have people coming, so I don't know. It'll work out. Okay, now what I want to do with the washi is make a title. And I think I'm going to put the title over here. We'll do the washi across both sides, but I think I'm going to put the title there. Oh my gosh, can I find the end of this washi? There it is. Yeah, I realize I have so much washi and I never reach for it. I think I said that in the last video when I used the washi. Like, I forget about it, you know? You got so many supplies, and I think that's why it was so cool back when I first started, when I did my first Creative Commonplace book. I had limited supplies, right? Because I was just getting started. I'm originally a quilter and a sewer and that kind of stuff. I was not a paper crafter. And so I didn't have very many paper crafting supplies when I first started. And I don't know, I look back now and I love those pages. And I used what I had because I didn't have much, you know. So I'm like, geez, limiting your supplies, because now I have tons. You know what I mean? We collect. That's a separate hobby than crafting, is the collecting. Oh, well, it's all good. I'm definitely not a minimalist, that's for sure. But it does get overwhelming sometimes to have so many supplies. So I'm determined, you know how I've been working through my Happy Planner sticker books. You know, that's what started my whole thing. Oh my gosh, I can't find the end of these. Okay, here we go. That's what started my whole thing, working through my, if you've watched before, my Happy Planner sticker books I'm trying to work through. And that's been great, and I love them, and I'll continue to use them. But right now, working through some washi, remembering to use it is something I want to do. Oh, those colors are so pretty. Anyways, let's get to the quote. I almost forgot the whole point of doing this page. The quote talks about, you know, not wanting to be exhausted and busy and stressed and rushing and all of that. And, you know, to be peaceful and know your worth and be okay with knowing your worth, you know, and all of it, and loving and enjoying life, period. Now, I know I've talked about this before. I've been on a journey this past year when I was sick and down and out, and it made me realize a lot of things, and I'm older. And so I've been on this journey this past year of becoming the person I want to be. I also didn't have the words for that until I met Marsha on Instagram, and she has an account, Becoming Me in 80 Days. So she gave me the language for that, because I just knew I needed to do something different. The way I was living was not how I wanted to live. So anyway, she gave me the wording for that when I found her channel or her account. And yeah, so I've been on this journey of becoming who I want to be. And do I want to put this on here? Yeah, let's do that. And anyways, this wisdom really describes who I was and really describes who I want to be, who I'm working towards being. Like, I don't know, I lived most of my life on flight or flight. You know, you hear that all the time, people talking about that. And it's true. I reacted to everything without a thought. Didn't take time and respond. I reacted. And I was always on high alert and just all of it. Okay, I think our title is going to be Beautiful Life. Let's do that. So anyways, after all this soul searching, I came up with some thoughts of who I actually wanted to be. And this also embodies that, you know. All right. What am I doing? What am I spelling? Oh, beautiful. Okay. B-E-A. Oh, see, I can't talk and put the words down. But yeah, I don't want to be reactive and all. I want to be peaceful, and I want to enjoy life and appreciate where I'm at, and you know, all of it, and who I am. I have a really hard time, or all of my life, I suppose, I've had a really hard time of giving myself credit for anything. Always thought it sounded like bragging or something like that if I AKA tooted my own horn, you know. And I'm learning that it's okay. I mean, you don't have to be conceited and cocky. That's not what I mean. But it's okay to celebrate who you are. It's okay to say, I'm good at this. Or, you know, I know this. And it's been a ride for me to learn that. I mean, I'm still working on it. It's a little at a time. I guess I can put life over here. It's a little at a time. Marsha on the account on Instagram, she describes it as, it's not one big event, you know? I have to change this L into an I. I'm out of I's. It's not one big event. It's step by step, the little things you choose to do every day. You know, you can be living on autopilot or living on fight or flight, or you can choose to wake up and say, no, today I'm gonna pay attention. Today I'm gonna slow down. And don't get me wrong, I still mess up. I don't do it perfectly, but I'm doing it, you know, and I'm aware of it. And that's super important to me. Okay, should we do trims first before I get carried away with everything else? Look at that. I like that. Do we need this one on the other side? I don't know. Let's see. Let's put this one on first. And I can staple this one because we don't have anything on the other side. So let's go ahead and staple this. But yeah, I hope I'm making any, you know, a little bit of sense in what I'm trying to explain that I do or that I'm doing with all my rambling. I always feel like I know what I want to say, but it doesn't come out the way I think it should. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm working at it, living the life, huh? All the things. But how do you see change? Like when you're trying to change something about yourself or about your life or whatever, you know, does the one big event work for you? It definitely doesn't for me. But or can you look back? You know, that's what it is. You're like going through your life, trying to make decisions of how you want to be, and it doesn't feel like anything's happening. Oh yeah, I think I'm going to do that. It doesn't feel like anything's happening, but then one day you wake up and you look back and you're like, oh, I handled that differently today. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like most of my life I spent shooting for the big event and then getting discouraged because it didn't happen right away. And I don't know, thanks to Marsha and thanks to things I've read and people I've talked to and whatever, I'm learning it's the little things. You just keep making choices every day. And you have to remember that you're learning and you've never been this way before. And so you're gonna revert back to old ways in the beginning. You know, you're gonna make mistakes still. You're gonna mess up. And you can't, that would knock me down. And you can't let that discourage you because nobody's perfect, and it takes a lot to change. It takes a lot to change, especially if you've been that way your whole life. So, okay, guys, I'm going to get off my soapbox. Let's get our die cuts out. I did this. I talked about another creator, Lisa, on It's Only Paper, and she does what she calls a mood board sometimes before she makes her pages, and she just pulls bits and pieces, puts it on a piece of paper, and then pulls from it. And she says it's like putting together a jigsaw puzzle. Trust me, she is amazing. Her layering and collage, and it's out of this world. I'm nowhere close, but I'm very inspired by her. And so I thought I would when I went through those die cuts today, I was like, okay, I'm going to lay those out like Lisa does. And look at this die cut. I thought that was the cutest thing. I don't know that I'm going to staple it. No, we're going to glue it. We're going to glue it. Just the bottom. But, yeah, I thought, okay, I'm going to lay it out like that. And it is helpful because when you move it, you know what I mean? You don't have all the little pieces and you got to move them one by one, which is what I usually do. You just get to move the whole board. Okay, now on here, I have these die cuts. This, I am, and then there was a bunch of words to go along with it. And it's really hard for me. I almost didn't put these words down because I'm like, I can't say that I'm beautiful and blessed and, you know, all of the things, but these are things I want to embody, you know. I want to be grateful. I want to be, you know, all of it. And there are more words I have that I want to put down, but I wanted to put these ones first. And I also wanted to cover up the notes. Let's do this one. But yeah, I was like, oh, I'm not filming that. That looks like I think I'm somebody, you know. I think all that in a bag of chips, and I don't. Trust me, I don't. But these are things I want to add to my life. That's what I was saying. It's okay. It's okay to say you're worthy because everyone is worthy. You don't get disqualified from that. And I am preaching to the choir here. I'm telling myself because I struggle. I struggle with saying, oh yeah, I can do that. Or, oh yeah, I definitely struggle with it. But these are things I want to be. Things that are in my life or I want to add to my life, like I'm working on, you know. That one's a hard one. Amazing. Oh, goodness. It's okay. It's my page, right? I'm just following the die cuts here. That's what was in the box. Or in the package. But we all are amazing. We all are beautiful. We all are worthy. We all are enough. It's not like somebody's doing that and bragging. It's just saying because we are here and love that we are enough. Okay, I said I'd get off my soapbox, and here I am still preaching, huh? Still rambling on. All right, we got that. I love that paper clip thing. That is so cute. Okay, now, how about down here? I got this little word that says amen to this. That's a good one to put there. Okay. I really like the colors. I'm enjoying the colors. Okay, now my thoughts. I have these magazine word cutouts, and I have these on the board. I have these like little label spots, and I thought I could stick the magazine cutouts on there, but this one is kind of big, so I thought maybe we'd have room to put this. It says cool, calm, and collected is how we want to feel. That's how I want to feel. Cool, calm, and collected. Can I put it right there? All right, let's put that there. I'm also into speech bubbles lately. Holy cow, this is what, the third page, I think, that I've done the speech bubbles. I'm loving the speech bubbles. Okay, cool, calm, and collected is how I want to feel, how we want to feel. Okay, and then what do we got? What do we got on our... All right, this one I have smile because I need to do that more. All right, let's stick the smile on the label. So yeah, I tried to find words in my magazine clippings that are things that, yeah, I want to add to my life, or I'm working on it, or, you know. I want to add those to the page. We'll stick that one right there. Okay, smile. All right, this one says bold. I want to be more bolder. I am more outgoing than I ever used to be. I used to be the scaredest, shyest person. Couldn't pick my head up and look a cashier in the eye when she was bringing me out. Like that is how unworthy and scared I felt. Now that was a long time ago. I've gotten through that, but I'm not, oh gosh, that's stuck on there. I am not anywhere. No, I shouldn't say anywhere. I'm not all the way where I want to be, but I am getting better. And now I stuck that right to the cutting mat. Can we salvage it? Yes, we can. So yeah, bold. And like not obnoxious bold, but just not scared all the time. Okay, let's grab another one. This one says sweetness. I'd like to be more sweeter, especially on a hard day, and I may take it out on somebody in my path, like my children or something. That I'm also getting better at too. I'm working on. It's just a little at a time. It's just one step at a time. What do they say? Have you ever heard that saying, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. That's it. It's just a little bit here and a little bit there. Okay, this one says rewrite your story. And that's what I'm trying to do. Where are we going to stick this one? This one is big. Will that fit right here? Well, let's slide it down a little. Okay. This glue is extra sticky today because it is so humid. We're still in our heat wave, I believe. I'm filming early in the morning because my craft space is in my bedroom upstairs, and it is super, super hot. It gets super, super hot up here. And create joy. And so if I don't do it first thing in the morning, then it's not, I can't breathe up here. And no, I don't have air conditioning in my bedroom. I don't like to sleep with air conditioning. And it's not like this heat lasts forever, you know? So it's not like it's a ongoing thing. But anyway, so I'm trying to film early in the morning before it heats up in here, and it's already humid, and I think that's why my glue stick is being so sticky today. My fingers are so sticky now. All right, hashtag create joy. Always want more joy in my life. And that one says gentle. Let's put down the, where are we putting you? Right here seems good. So how is everybody? Are you guys got plans for the 4th? Does your town or city have a parade? My small town is known for the 4th of July shenanigans. The parade goes, you know, right down the main street of town, and we're not a big town. We're not a big city. But it's always been a joke that people line up their chairs on the parade route weeks before the 4th of July, and which they did. It's always been that way my whole grown up life. As soon as a few weeks before July 1st, there was chairs lined up all along the avenue. And it got to the point, I guess, I don't know, it got to the point that it was causing problems because they were doing it sooner and sooner and sooner. And so the city made a law that said you cannot set up your chairs until midnight June 30th, until it's July 1st, which I find so funny that we had to make a rule. Had to make a law about that. And if you set it up early, you could get a citation. So let me tell you, June 30th, way before midnight, the chairs started lining up on the street. And my daughter, she was planning on going out. Her and her boyfriend were going to go out at midnight, she said, and put up our canopy and our chairs in the spot. And she texted me in the afternoon on the June 30th and said, "Mom, the chairs are lined up everywhere, blah, 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 blah." And I'm like, "Well, they said you'll get a citation if you put it out too early." And she's like, "Well, how do they know whose is whose? And are they really? It's everywhere, Mom." She said, "I'm not kidding." And she said, "We're going to set ours up now." And I was like, "Okay, I guess. I don't know." So they did. I mean, nobody got in trouble. Nobody that I know of. This one says start living, because that's a big one I need to put in my life. Oh, God's grace. That's how I get through every day, the grace of God. So I had to put that one in. Okay, now got some more here. These ones aren't magazine clippings. These are some of the die cuts. This one says just me. I think I want to cut that down a little bit. It seems to cover up most of the label. But yeah, so we got they put our canopy up and some chairs to mark off our spot. We sit in the same spot every year. It's like at the end of the parade. My middle daughter lives right down there, and like it's hard to get out after the parade. And my middle daughter, did I have a label? Is this the label I picked? I guess so. My middle daughter lives down. She has a house down towards the end of the parade route, like, well, a couple blocks down. And so we're going to park at her house and walk over, which it's like a block and a half to our spot. And so that works out really good. But yeah, and so then we can get out sooner than later. I mean, we have my 2 3-year-old granddaughters and my 5-year-old nephew, or is he 6 now? I think he's 5. Yeah, my 5-year-old nephew, my 2 3-year-old granddaughters, and if they get antsy, which they usually do towards the end, you like to try to get out as soon as possible. So at least we can just walk over to my daughter's, back over to her house. So that'll be good for the kids. Be helpful. All right. This one says happy, because I spent most of my life feeling miserable. And I just want to be happy. I just want to enjoy life and be happy, because nothing is that big of a deal. At least nothing I used to get upset about. Okay, we got another magazine one. Says live life. My fingers are so sticky. Everything is sticking. I need to get a baby wipe out and wipe it off. This glue it needs to go in the fridge. Have you guys heard that? I had that tip given to me once upon a time from a fellow crafter. She's like, especially in the summertime when it's hot, stick your glue sticks in the fridge so they don't get all melty. Okay, this one, live life. That's what we're trying to do. Live our best life. All right, this one says laughing. Well, I guess that goes along with happy. So we'll go ahead and put that on. This is also a die cut. I don't know I ever had a package of die cuts that had little words like this, so I thought that was cool. Okay, does laughing fit on here? It should. Yeah, after I'm done, these glue sticks are going to have to go in the fridge. All right, let's put laughing over here. All right, guys, how do you think it's looking? But I love the colors. I love the colors. Okay, this one says embracing. And what that brings to mind for me, like embracing life, embracing what is good in your life, embracing what God's doing in your life. Like, so I'm going to put embracing, because I do need to embrace more the things that are good in my life and the things God is doing in my life. Okay, embracing. All right, I think I'm running out of words here. I got a couple more labels. All right, guys, let's see what else we got here. This says, this is like a little note. I probably don't have room. It says, always remember, you are capable of amazing things. I should have put that on before I... All right, can we take smile off? Can we move it up? No, it is stuck. Yeah, that's stuck. All right, unleash your creativity. I just love it when I just going along talking to you guys and I all of a sudden forget how to speak or how to say a word. All right, we can take that one off. Make room for this. And then we'll put that one back on. Yeah, I'm just going along and all of a sudden I can't say words. Silly, silly. That's what my granddaughter would say, my 3-year-old granddaughter. She'd say, oh, Grammy, you're so silly. Well, I wasn't trying to be silly, but yeah, it ended up that way. Okay, unleash your creativity. And that one I like because, yeah, I want to be more creative. I mean, that's why I started doing this also, was to have accountability. Because then I do create more, because I'm like, I got to make a video, you know. Got to uphold what I said I do. And okay, this one is hard for me, but it says love yourself. And we have to love ourselves, right? We are supposed to love ourselves, because if we can't love ourselves, how are we going to love anyone else? That's what I'm told. That's what I keep telling myself. Okay. What's this one say? Strong, beautiful, and enough. I like that one. We are all enough. And we're all stronger than we think we are. I heard somebody say that one time, and yeah, that's true. Everything you say, I can't do that. I don't know how I'm going to get through this. You know, all of it, and then you end up getting through, and you end up doing it. So yeah, we got to keep telling ourselves those things. Okay, focusing on the good. That can go right there. I do have to say, I love the die cuts, but stickers are a lot easier. Because then you're not fighting with the glue stick 100%. I mean, 100% of the ride here. Can we fit a flower? Oh, we can fit that flower. Yeah. I didn't think I was going to be able to fit the flowers. But this one should fit. There we go. That's cute. These are not sticking well. I'm probably going to have to go back and put some double-sided sticky tape on there. All right, living my dream. That's what this one says. Put that one on there. That's the plan. To get to a place in my own mind that I'm living life the way I want to live it, you know, which is happy, joyous, and free, you know, peaceful, and all of it. All of it. All right. Put the little birdie on. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying my rambling. I don't know. You know, I kind of have a little plan of what I'm going to say, you know, because to do with the wisdom. And then, you know, I always say the same intro kind of thing. But that's it. Like, I don't have 100% idea. Or I have an idea, but I don't know 100% exactly how that's going to play out. And so I feel like I just get on a rambling here, and I don't know. This says one of a kind because we're all one of a kind, and it's okay. It's okay to be one of a kind. Guys, look, we have gone through almost all of these. That is so cool. All right, enjoy life. We'll put that right there. We've gone through a lot of these die cuts. When I was laying them out, I was like, oh, well, this is too many. But we are getting through them. We need something right there. Is this flower too big? No, it's not. We're going to put it on. I really didn't think we were going to get through this many die cuts. But it is, I'm very thankful for Lisa at It's Only Paper for doing that mood board thing. Because, yeah, it's all laid out right here. And I can just keep picking it up. I know they're going to work, right? Because I picked all the same color scheme. So I know everything's going to flow cohesively. So yeah, oh, live your best life. Can we move this cute little paper clip? Maybe. Oh, we're taking the washi with it. Okay, let's move that cute little paper clip. Put the washi back down. Let's glue that right there. Live your best life. Oh gosh, I got all kinds of things sticking to me. This glue, yeah, definitely is too warm for it. Okay, live your best life. And let's stick our little paper clip over on the other side. I wish there were more of these. This is super cute. I never seen one like that. Slide it down a little. Okay. There's our super cute paper clip. Or wait, I don't want to set it there. I want to set it here so when we close the book, we can see it from the front. See, like that. Well, it's there. You can see it from the front. Okay. All right, guys, what do you think? I love the colors. I definitely love the colors. I love the sentiment. I guess I could have grabbed some stickers and we could like put hearts or something, stars or something in between. I might do that later. I didn't get any out. Because I really didn't think we were going to use all that. Look it, guys. This is all we have left on our board. Just a few little labels and a couple other little things. So that's super cool. I really didn't expect to use that many. All right, guys. Well, I hope you have a great 4th of July if you celebrate, if you're in the U.S. And I hope you have a safe, happy weekend. I'm going to go ahead and write the date on here. Yeah, everybody stay safe. Have a blast. Have fun, whatever you're doing. Enjoy the sunshine if there's sunshine. And yeah, have a good time. Hug your family. Hug your family and tell them how much you love them. And remember to tell yourself how much you are worthy. And I will talk to you next time, guys. Bye.